I hope everyone doing good. So yeah, myself Chandra Vardhan. It's so wonderful to meet you all, guys. This is a session about we are going to speak about is the cloud computing. How we are going to what are the ability of cloud computing? How we are going to what are the way to master it, and how we are going to excel the cloud computing, and uh, what are all the openings available. We can see what will be the effectiveness when we get into the cloud computing. Yeah. So before that, I will give my brief introduction. So I'm Chandra Vardhan. I'm a team lead developer of a company named Sassant, and I have 5+ years of experience in cloud computing. So I guess everyone are from yeah. So everyone are student, I guess, and I assume that you have been from CS background, so everyone know computer science, right? Okay, okay. So what will be the cloud? We will discuss what are the modules we're gonna discuss. First, we will see about the introduction about the cloud computing, and then we will see what are all the areas the cloud computing are used, and then we will discuss about like how we can achieve the real business scope in the cloud computing, and we will have a QA session too. Okay, let's get into the cloud computing introduction. Yeah, whenever in this modern era, we know that there are multiple internet applications, the internet depending applications. These are the core resource of cloud computing. So before that, what we are kind of job we are going to get once we finishing the computer science. So when we come into computer science, um, we can have get into artificial intelligence. We can get into machine learning. We can get into a software level developers. We can get into a quality assurance, QA testing. We can get into admins, DevOps. So there is a lot of things in the computer science background. But who knows? Like when we know that we are able, we have the ability to do this area particularly. So some may have a good ability to do artificial intelligence well. Some have good ability to do machine learning well. So how can we identify that? This is a question, right?
Can you give me? I just want to ask the students regarding an issue.
Excuse me, sorry.
People are stating some issue in the PPT, so just want to address that, and then we can continue the session. Is that fine?
Yes.
Yeah, students, this is basically for people who are interested in learning something. If you are not interested, you can, stay silent or leave the webinar. That's not a problem, but don't create any issues in the webinar and be polite and the mentor is wrong or something. So, yeah, that's all. Thank you, Mr. Chandran. You can continue.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, so we shall continue. So this one is going to this webinar is going to take you to the lead where we are going to be, where you are going to be after completing your college, where you are going to be lead, what kind of job you are going to choose, what kind of area you will be get interested into it. So let's discuss about this one by one. So when it comes to cloud computing is cloud is the basic thing for everything, every application, everywhere, whatever in the modern techniques we achieve, cloud is the base thing. So see if we have like if we have a we have a potential software that can run only on a high-end machines. So we cannot carry high-end machines everywhere. So you guys must be aware of cloud computing, like virtual proxy server. The best thing is virtual proxy server, where the server will be located in the cloud and we can access it from any computer anywhere. So when it comes to be potential software, we cannot carry the potential machine always with us, but cloud allows to do that. Your machine can be lightweight, still light with no storage. Just a screen and internet is enough to work with the potential computers with virtual proxy servers. So kind of like this, from basics to advanced, everywhere there is a cloud computing thing. Let's discuss one by one. Yeah. So the session is about to welcome to the cloud. Welcome to the cloud. So why we want to get into the cloud? Why we want to get into the what? Not, why not we directly get into the development? Why not we directly get into the DevOps? Why not we directly get into the any testing or quality assurance or a white hat tester, a black white box tester, black box tester, kind of like that. In each domain, every domain, cloud computing is the basic thing you need to have a greater understand to master that domain. So if you have a advanced knowledge of cloud computing, then you can master anywhere in the field of computer science. So why are cloud computing? Cloud computing. So assume that we have a computer on our hand. We have a laptop, we have a desktop, whatever. We have even the mobile phones are computer nowadays. So what will we do if the mobile storage or laptop storage has been filled? It's been full. The storage is becoming full. What happens? We are cleaning the storage. We are taking it to external hard disk, and we do kind of stuff like that. But when it comes to cloud, if we have a cloud storage, there is an optional to scalability. So we can extend anytime any much of storages or any not only storages, particularly if you want to add additional RAM, if you want to have additional processor, we can increase in the cloud, but if it's not in a real desktop and laptop, it will become difficult to increase your memory after the bandwidth given. That is the basic advantage of cloud computing. The scalability is the very best and the most used advantage of cloud computing. So service model, when you come to service model, infrastructure and infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service. These all three depends on the cloud. I say all three depends on the cloud. So wherever, if you take if you are consuming a Google map, it works on the cloud. If you are consuming food ordering apps, it works on the cloud. If you're considering communication app, it works on the cloud. Wherever you go, whatever you do, it's completely, we are now dependent on the cloud. Everyone are dependent on the cloud. Cost effectiveness. This is the advantage of cloud computing. The very best advantage of cloud computing. Cost effectiveness. If you are using 10 gigabytes of storage, consider 10 GB of storages. We are using only 10 GB of storages, but we bought a 128 GB storage in our laptop. So what happens? So we are paying money for what not using, right? But in cloud computing, you can, like, there is an option to scalable, and we pay only for what we use. So these are the basic applications. These are the best examples that cloud computing applications are available in the industries. So healthcare, a lot of healthcare industries are approaching clouds today. You can get your if you upload your medical slip, you can get your tablets in your home. You can finance applications. You are getting the loans nowadays. You can opening a bank account nowadays from the home. Even the education is the most popular thing. We are learning from a mobile phone. Everything from a mobile phone, like we do now. So what are the career opportunities in the cloud industry? When we come to career opportunity, like what we are going to do after the college, once you completed your degree, where we going to head? So we will see the cloud engineering opportunities. So cloud architect, the cloud architect, one who is responsible for architect, like assigning the configurations, operations across the software. So if you have a software, if the business is meant to develop a software, cloud architect will provide the configurations and operations and the methodology how to approach. These are the cloud architects and cloud engineer. When it comes to cloud engineer works on the cloud. When the cloud architect is done his work, cloud engineer starts to follow the cloud architect's configuration operations and those methodologies and build the cloud so that everyone can consume our applications. So DevOps engineer, DevOps must be know and well mastered in the cloud. So if you are having an intention to become a DevOps, you need to master the cloud. They are really working on when software in runtime, when software in the production or updation, wherever it goes, the DevOps engineer is the main thing, is most important thing for releasing the products. Then cloud security specialist, the final thing, the very big thing is the cloud security specialist. You really need to be very much mastered in the cloud to become a cloud security specialist. And the most of the thing will be dependent on the cloud security specialist. Whenever the products or softwares getting over, cloud security specialists start their work to identify any threats on the software. So the cloud security specialists really have a very high demand job opportunities. So where the cloud computing is just a fuel. The real mission is the web. Use with the power of the web, we are achieving everything today. As I said, information sharing will be come under communications. We use communications app daily to share information, to make notes for ourselves. Whatever we do emails, we do WhatsApps, we do millions of things using the web each and every day. Then the hyperlinks are the particular portal to open the web. So if you are going to use with a WhatsApp, then hyperlink is, then we are going to take a WhatsApp. Web is across the world, and the hyperlink allows us to know each resources. It helps us to identify the Google, it helps us to identify the Facebook apart from any other. So the next is web design. Really, it's to having a high demand of job opportunities. A web designer is getting now. So a web designer is very important to attract the customers, so that a product, a software can be very competitive across other softwares. Structure and functionality for the web. So the website is like, we daily see the websites, the blogs, everything. We see whatever we use in the browser or websites. We daily visit websites through the browser. Web pages are individual pages the website contains. It is made up of HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and many other frameworks today. This is the basic thing we need to understand how to build a web page to enter into the cloud platform. Again, coming to the hyperlink, we should have knowledge about how the links are working, how the domains are working, what we are searching for, and how we get particularly search for that, and where it redirects us to particular places, how it happens. That's the work of hyperlink. Once these are all done, we're going to be next level. Once you can able to assume that you are able to create a web page, you are able to create a website, a complete web app that functions like any e-commerce website. You have a website, then what do you do now? How do you make others use your website? There comes the role of server. Server helps us to make available for public. So what are servers? Servers are the computers that are in the cloud, so that everyone from every corner of the world, they can use our services. They pay for our services and they use our services that will be available on our server. What is client? Client are the client again. The client are also a machine who uses our services through server. Server will have our application. Client will approach the server to use that. Client is as, for example, if you have a Google map, Google Maps algorithms are written on the server. Only the UI comes to us to redirect the places. That is called client. But how does the client and server communicate? If I have a Linux machine in the server, if I have a Windows machine in my client, how they get both communicated? There comes the role of API, application program interface. Whatever the host, whatever the client, whatever the server, the API will help them to communicate. The APIs are written by the software developer. Particular API components will be served for services. So if you are searching for a place, a particular API will be called. If you are navigating to a place, a particular API will be called. This is how it works. But what is protocol? How do you know that the server? How does the server know what to serve? Okay, client is coming and asking, but I don't know what to serve. So protocol helps us to identify what type of request does the client makes. If you want to if you want to share the file, then you need to be use file transfer protocol. If you need to share a web page, then I need to use HTTP protocol. These are the few examples of protocol. So this is how the client service architecture are working today. The role of web servers. Web servers are potential things. Yes, after code has been written. Actually, the web server contains the code what we returns. The executable file, the execution, the result will be available in the client machine, but the real code and software will be in the web server. So that client will be approaching the server and they see the results in their screen. Web servers are used to store the web application products, web application softwares there. So now we know, like, if we are in CS background, there is lots of language. There is lots of language, like we have JavaScript, we have PHP, we have Java, we have C, C++. There is lots of languages. But to have a better server side scripts, like if you want to write a code in the server side, we need to write a code for client side and we need to write a code for the server side. So when it comes to web, PHP extensively helps us to play with the HTML. So database management. So, we are communicating. Client will communicate to server will give the results. But if you see, if you are using Facebook, you are uploading a picture, it uploading to the folder. But next time you are logging out, and when next time you are logging in, still you can see that picture. Facebook server will have lot of pictures, lot of photos, but how it particularly identify the exact file that need to be sent, where the details are stored. The details are stored in the database. Database management system are also a very high demand job opportunity, where the people need to understand and manage the relational database and NoSQL database. If you are interested to do some web applications, if you are interested if you want to become a cloud engineer or cloud architect or cloud security specialist or whatever in the cloud, if you are going to enter into the cloud, you can try these basic applications on your own to explore yourself in the web. So a simple HTML form, a form, if you have seen like a Google form, you would have filled up in the webinar, a form to sign up with the Google, sign up with the Facebook, kind of like that. Use that form to identify, to get some data and have a JavaScript validations. You have play with CSS to you give a better user interface and have a JavaScript validations that validates each and every inputs in every way. If you are using password, consider that the password should have minimum of 8 characters, maximum of 16 characters. There should be one special characters, one smaller case, one uppercase. Make yourself with more validations. And finally, process the data with PHP. You store using some databases. You explore the PHP. There are more functions in the PHP. Get into hands-on, then you will know the power of the cloud. So how can we secure our web assets? It's the much major thing we need to do when we are doing the web application. We need to do security things. We need to secure our clients' details. We need to secure our details. So how can we do this? Few examples. We can use SSL. What is SSL? It's a secure socket layer. The abbreviation is secure socket layer, where the client and server can communicate securely so that no one can intervene and read the data that sent to server or the client. That is the man in the middle attack, eavesdropping. Then firewalls. Firewalls is to prevent the unwanted interaction with the server. Then comes the authentication. Authentication is the must thing to validate your users so that you will know that these need to be, you can use some tokens to authenticate, some passwords to authenticate. There is such session-based authenticate, token-based authentication, and much more. Like you can authenticate your clients so that you know which data you can share to your clients. And here comes to the conclusion. So we see what the cloud and web technologies, how it works, where it works, what are all the opportunities available, and how highly demanded the cloud is. In career prospects, we see where we cannot find the area where we aren't using the cloud. 95% of the service areas, we use cloud to achieve everything. Security and continuous learning. Yes, still everyone, you are able to use your cloud platform. These are the things you need to definitely keep on practice your security skills, and you will be outstanding than others. Keep in mind that how important is that doing the web application is also the doing the security things for that application is also more important. So we are entering into the QA session. So you can ask a question and I will answer for that. Open your chat box. I'll wait for your questions. Any coding languages required for cloud computing? You should basically understand the architecture of the cloud and be good at any one language. So HTML and JavaScript will be better. So HTML is not a programming language. It's just hypertext. It's a markup language. But master yourself on JavaScript, master yourself on cloud architecture and Linux. Yeah, sure. We will share you my team will share you my LinkedIn profile to you. If you need any help, you can approach. So benefits of cloud computing. As I said, benefits of cloud computing aren't very easy, not very easy to say. It's vast. It's if you are using your mobile phone today, our laptop today, it contains 128 GB of storage or 512 GB of storage SSD. So if the company decide to make it more lighter, to remove the processor, to remove the storage from your side, and it will be stored on the cloud, so you just can have one basic machine to use a potential software in the cloud. Cloud benefits us daily, even we use clouds daily. But like if we provide services, think that we are providing services daily for someone to use, then that's the great thing, right? Which is better, cloud computing or web development or internships? So okay. So internship is nothing but you are going to learn on a business place. So you might think like internship or full-time job roles. You prefer which one? If you are ready to go with full-time job roles, you can do that. Otherwise, better go to internship. But you cannot compare with the cloud computing and web development with the internship. I say cloud computing, web development also come under cloud computing. It's the one branches of cloud computing. Scope of the career for cloud computing in India. When it comes to cloud computing, you can sit in your home and you can work for any country, not only India. You can work for any countries. The scope, when you say for scope for cloud computing, you can, I say like you can become a web developer, you can become a UI developer, UI designer, you can become a quality analyst, you can become a software tester, DevOps, security special engineering. There is a lot more there. You can become an architect, technical architect, cloud architect. How to start career in cloud computing? There is lots of career openings on cloud computing. So just go with the basics now. Start your basics. Make yourself strong in basics. You know the web development. You know how to host it. You know how to secure it. At the level of basics, you can do one thing alone. One software alone. That's better. That's far enough to enter into the cloud career. So I guess all your questions are over. I will be in QA with me for 2 minutes. Make yourself useful. Make yourself useful. You can ask some useful questions. That will help you to grow.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chandra. The session was really insightful, and we actually got to know how cloud computing works and how we can build a career out of it. So that's really great. And now for students, we'll be sharing the attendance link, which is your participation certificate link. Please ensure that the students who are filling it during the session will only receive the certificate. After the webinar is over, we will not entertain any of the requests for certificates, because the people who are attending and listening will be able to fill now. Yes, Pujita will be sharing the link now. Meanwhile, you all can go and connect with Mr. Chandra over his LinkedIn profile. So which the link has been already shared on the chat box. And please go and follow Elewayte on LinkedIn and Instagram to stay connected and stay ahead of all of these informations. We conduct such kind of webinars every Sunday, 4 p.m. So you can always get in touch with us for the same. So all the exclusive seats and details are announced on Elewayte's LinkedIn and Instagram profile. To access the video of this webinar or the previous webinar, please go and subscribe to Elewayte's YouTube channel. You will find all the webinars, previous ones and this one on Elewayte's YouTube channel. And if you guys are interested to do such cloud computing programs course, or you want to know more about it, we are dropping our numbers, so you can get in touch with us so that we can provide you a proper counseling session wherein you can actually understand how the things will work and then get into it. So in case if you are interested, this is the number we are dropping. Please get in touch with us so that we can help. Anybody who's looking for project, internship or training, any kind of thing, Elewayte can help you out. Also, if you have any questions, so please drop it on the chat box.